come out to our house in December of 23 for a small leak in our front window area. My husband and I were very new homeowners, and so this was a really kind of a big scare for us to know that, you know, there might be something wrong with our attic, there might be something wrong with our roof. So doing our due diligence, we called out a few roofing companies. The biggest difference came when Harold came to our house. Harold didn't even come out inside to talk with us for a good hour and a half because he was busy inspecting the outside of our house, our attic, and our roof very thoroughly. Gathered a really well-documented report complete with photos and notes that he had made in that time where he was inspecting the house, came in and explained everything that he found to us with the utmost clarity, and really explained it in such a easy to understand and digest way, because we really didn't know pretty much anything about our roof, about our attic, and Harold made sure that we were very well informed by the end of our first meeting. So right off the bat, that first impression made us extremely comfortable with Harold and how he represented Four Seasons Kanga Roof as a company. We very much felt that if this was our experience with Harold, other people who are doing work with this company are getting the same experience. Four Seasons Kanga Roof because we saw a huge outpouring of very positive reviews on Google. My husband and I are big proponents of good and bad reviews on companies. We feel that that's an important way to communicate to the community good companies and bad companies. And we appreciated that there were a lot of, there was a good spread of reviews on the website, but also, the company acknowledged, reviews that weren't so favorable and took the time to investigate and say, hey, you left a bad review, let's talk about it a little bit more. Or thank you so much for reaching out for this positive review. There was a very clear connection to the person. If Mark left a review, Mark, it was great to meet with you, to work with you. I'm glad everything worked well. Roberta, I'm so sorry you had a difficult time. I see your profile. Let's connect and figure out what's going on and what your problem is. So reviews are huge to us, and to see that there was that big spread of good reviews really helped us solidify our decision. So from the moment that we decided to pursue work with Four Seasons Kanga Roof, the level of communication between us and the team it felt daily in the very beginning. We had this nice little quiet time after we had all right, here's where you guys are going to lock in with your roof color. We opted to do some fascia freeze board and gutters as well, and there was additional conversation to be had there. When the team would meet and double check with questions, we had great communication, and at no point did I feel I didn't know who to talk to. If I had a question, I could reach out to Harold. I could reach out to any of the project managers that were calling us, texting us. We had email threads going. And then we had, a little pause while the materials were being gathered. And then when they were ready to go and start to drop off materials, the communication started back up again. It was frequent. There were time slots. There was confirmation. I knew exactly what was happening every single step of the way. And as a new and first-time homeowner, I can't tell you how satisfying and comfortable that felt, knowing that I felt like I was in control the entire time. I was very at ease. So one thing that was very important to us getting a new roof is cleanup. We do have a dog. He spends a lot of time outside. I'm an individual that's working on gardening. I'm very bad about putting shoes on when I come outside and enjoy my grass. So cleanup for us was extremely important. And not only did I see multiple people on the ground constantly working for cleanup of the roof and any stray materials that have fallen off, there were magnets being dragged across the ground, people going and picking up by hand, person after person after person, making sure that my house was as absolutely clean as possible. And really, if you didn't know that we had roofers, come to our house, you would have never known. You wouldn't have had a clue that we had our roof redone if you didn't see the materials the day of and the people there in the morning. The closeout was great. I really appreciate that there were people here kind of checking the shingles and making sure that all of the work was satisfied to their standards. And yeah, I'm absolutely speechless and thrilled, and it's one of my favorite things when people come over to our house. It's the first thing is like, hey, did you see our new roof? Did you see our new fascia freeze board and gutters? Doesn't it look nice? Don't you want to do it too? It's a huge talking point for us. So Harold, of course, being our first and main point of contact, was spectacular. I feel like I want to invite Harold over for dinner in the future as a huge thank you. A massive thank you to everybody on the team that we've had either short conversations or long conversations with, at the corporate office. A really big shout out to the crew that came out to do our fascia freeze board and gutters. By name, I do remember these guys fantastic. Mike, Jamie, Jerry, Cameron, and Austin did an outstanding job and were lightning fast. Another comment from our neighbors was, I can't believe they got that done in such a short period of time. I was like, I know. They said it might take a couple days, and it really only took 1.25. But honestly, if I could thank the entire roofing team by name, I would, but there was an army of people here and I could not catch everybody's name. So the entire roofing team, thank you so much for all of your hard work. So my advice to someone who's in a similar situation that I was in is, of course, make sure that you call around and get opinions from different companies. But trust your gut. If you feel that someone is going above and beyond, or if you feel that someone is different in a positive way, trust your gut. My gut said that Harold is different, and Harold showed that to us too by having an incredibly thorough inspection of our house before we even got started talking about what's wrong with the roof, what a repair cost could make. If you feel that you might be taken for a ride or someone's pushing the wrong information to you, then trust your gut, because my gut was 100% right on Harold, and I'm so grateful that we had the opportunity to work with him.